is fast. Oh.
Hello and welcome back. We are back in Iracing after a week of week 13 and a week off because I did some F124. We are now again back for season 3 in Iracing. As you could see, we promoted to Class B in the Formula Car series, so we could now step our game up from the Super Formula Lights to the big boys Super Formula. As we are today in Montreal, Canada, of course, after the F1 weekend. So I did a few laps on here, but don't laugh at the start, because this thing had no grip compared to the Super Formula Lights. As we are on the way, it's not too bad, to be honest. It could have been worse. Luckily there is no damage on debris, otherwise we would have lost the front wing already. But there is a little bit of damage on some other cars, as we get a 4X for that one car spinning behind us. So that's a little L from the damage system, or the point system. As I tried to have a look on the inside of this blue car, but couldn't really get alongside of him. So this car was completely new to me. I've practiced a few laps, and I'm not talking about 5 or 10 laps. I literally did 1 hour of practice and just pushed and try to look for as many mistakes so I can learn from that, as we are now ahead of the blue car and trying to go up the inside of the yellow car, but it brakes way too late into the hairpin and gives us another free place. The car behind us almost ran into the back of us, but I've did quite a lot of practice, but most of the laps were all in overtake mode, so yeah, it wasn't really I couldn't really compare that to the racing lap times, but overall the lap times were pretty good. I'm trying to make a move on this car and I spin it. As I said, I did quite a few laps to learn from my mistakes, and I can tell you I made a lot of mistakes into that corner. On entry, exit, you tell me I spun, I went over the curb and went into the wall, or just tapped the wall on exit. But you need to learn from your mistakes, as there is this Aston Martin that spun and we get one free position. And now we catched up a bit of oversteer on the exit there, but we catched up with number 13 car, P10. That's where we at least want to be, in the top 10. And we are going on the big straight. Let's see how good the slipstream works. They are a little bit too far ahead as well. I'm not really using the overtake button yet, because it was quite new to me. I didn't really understand how it works. Now it's going on. I was still a bit learning about the car as well, as a overtake button is a little bit different compared to F1. So that was something I needed to know still. But right now it's on, and we can attack this number 13 car. As I was also looking the difference between overtake on and off, but overall I couldn't really find where you were quicker, because on the straights it is like 5 or 10 kilometers an hour. Or maybe Montreal is not really the best track to look at it. But when you got the slipstream, then it works a lot better. So I'm trying to go around the outside into the hairpin, still behind him. But this time we have the overtake on and the slipstream. And then it should be an easy overtake towards the last corner. We are already ahead of him. As I said, you're now doing 298, and without the overtake button you do about 290 or something like that, 285 to 290. So that's about 5, 6, 7 kilometers an hour on the straights that you gain. But we've managed to get into the top 10. That's where I at least want to be. And there are still 2 guys ahead of us, so there's still 2 places to gain at least. As I've now put the overtake button off, and I wanted to put it on again, but that's not possible. You need that off time thing needs to fill up completely, and then you can use it again. That was also a little bit new to me. But as I said, you need to learn a few things, and after a few laps, after a few tries, you know everything, and then you can start pushing. This guy ahead of us goes a little bit too wide into the hairpin, but that gives him a bit more straight line speed. So I had a little bit of wheel spin coming out of the hairpin, and the guy behind us still pretty close. As you can see him closing in quite quickly, so I think he has the overtake on. And he goes for the inside, but cuts the corner, cuts the chicane, and then he immediately gets that slowdown. And that gives us some free space from behind. So no pressure from behind, and now we can focus completely to the guy ahead of me, as the overtake is also available right now. And the lap times weren't too bad at the moment, 20.4. So it's not too bad. Could have gone quicker in this race, as the practice laps were in the 119s, 119 high, so it's just 5/10 off. So it's not too bad, and you're also racing. So it's not too bad, but it could have been quicker. But we are closing in, and he is slowly losing out on P8 as he's driving away from him. As you can see, P9 already 9 seconds ahead of us, so that's basically a no-no if no one crashes in front of us. But you know, it's racing. Everything can happen until the last millisecond, as he's really close to the Wolf champion. And towards turn 1 we have a really good run. Round the outside, I try it. He goes a little bit too deep into the corner, and I immediately take the off track here. Got the corner and get 4.5 seconds of penalty. I think they need to look into that maybe, because now it was like 4.5 seconds, still 2 seconds in the end, but I needed to slow down quite a lot, as I didn't really gain that much time, as we are on the last lap. P9 sends it into the wall of champions. That gives us some extra pace, and we get P9 in the end. So still a decent result for the first race. So not too bad. Let's see what happens in the second race. This is what happened. It happened a few times in quali, but this was the 27 lap race. We are already on over the half of the race, and that's about 20 minutes or something. So that was a little bit unlucky and annoying. But we try it again. 27 laps on Montreal, and away we go. Yeah, don't laugh at this, because this start was a disaster. I went off into the grass. I just let everyone pass, because going onto the track probably someone would crash into me. So now we start from the back. There are a few cars that spun around and went into the barrier. So at least we got 2 places back, so not that much. So now we have a lot of work to do. So we are behind this McLaren car, and we got an incident here in turn 4, going over each other. 3 places gained. This McLaren needed to slow down a lot more than I had to do, so that's another 3 places gained. That's already 6-7 second places gained. That guy was going to shout quite a lot. I immediately muted him to stay on focus. So I'm showing myself in the hairpin here. There is one car that spun. This guy had to slow down a little bit more, so I tried to go as early on the power as I could, but he went a lot earlier. So towards the last corner we go, get a really good run on him. He backs out and we get the place. There's another incident here. A lot of champions right in front of us. The pink red car, I think he went into the wall. As you could see, 3 cars in the pits. And we are already back in P13 from I think 22 people would drive in this race, so that's 9 positions back, and we are going to catch this Ferrari. Oh no, he spins it, so that's another 3 place, so that's 10 places back already. And now we can put our head down and fully focus, because the pace was there. So now in the third lap, there was an incident, as you could see left, on the top left, between 2 cars, and it gave us another 2 places. And we've catched up with these 2 guys as they were fighting into the hairpin. Almost lost my front wing there. So that was a little bit lucky. So let them fight as much as possible. So they might crash and we get 2 free, or we need to overtake them and do it the hard way and get 2 places. But out of the last corner we have the better exit than this pink car. Right side. And we go for the inside move as he is going for the outside. Hold your line. We leave each other enough space into the first and the second corner. He's still there on the inside. Does he have a better exit? Yes, he does. So he has a better exit, and it gives him his 7th place still. But I know the pace is there, and there are still a lot of laps to go. So lap 9, now we are going to put the overtake button on. It is time to attack the number 9 car for P7. You see lots of overspeed towards the last corner, towards the last chicane. Do not brake too late as you have a lot more speed. It's quite easy to brake at your normal braking point and then overshoot the corner, but luckily we didn't. We get the P7, so just 1 place still to go and we are back at our starting position. As we are now in lap 15, we completely lost to the guy ahead, and there was 1 car behind us, the number 3 car, with the overtake and the slipstream towards the last corner, and he gets us. I gave him the position. Coming back from completely the back of the field, I just had to let him go and not make such a stupid decision to fight into the chicane, into the last chicane. But as we cross the line, we are in P7, so still a really good result from P6 to last to P7. Well, I'm not complaining. Overall good lap. Last lap was the fastest lap as well, fastest lap of the race of everyone, with a 1:18.7. So I'm really happy with that as well. That was my fastest lap over the whole practice, quali and race sessions. And an 18.7 is a really good lap. If you look at all the sessions, then top split is basically where it could be, but you need to do it on every lap, and that's not what I did. But as we look at the safety rating, we go up with 0.31 on the safety rating, so that's good. So we need to try and get at least above 3. Let's just go for 4, so we get instant promotion. And then we got plus 65 on the irating, as for this season my goal is to get close to 3k, let's just say that. Let's just try and get close to 3k, but the goal is 3k for this season. And if we continue doing this, then we might make it. As 5 races per week times 65 for an example, then we get 300 per week, and then we get perfectly on that 3k plus. But that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.